Faith, you need to make sure you wipe your phone. They're not gonna call us murderers for wiping our phones. It's better safe than sorry. You need to wipe it. You have to wipe that phone, Faith. Because right now it's a waiting game, Faith. Like, you could get nabbed any time, bro, and it will happen at 6 a.m. And murder people, they come for you at 6 a.m, 5 a.m, 6 a.m. You have to be prepared. Your story must not change. We didn't know he was dead. When I tried to peek, I was intimidated by my man.
When the drug dealers came, like, I opened the door for them, and I don't understand, they were doing the transaction or whatever, but next thing you know, you just ended up in the bedroom and the door was closed, and that was it. Like, I didn't see anything after that. The guys, I heard them saying we're going, they left. We heard police sirens, so we're assuming that, you know, something must have happened. There was already help on the way, so we left.
These chilling voice notes captured two women, Georgia Bruce Annan and Faith Hoppy, fabricating their cover story in an effort to avoid prosecution for their part in the honey trap robbery and killing of a father of two from Hertfordshire. Officers from the Bedfordshire, Cambridgeshire and Hertfordshire Major Crime Unit launched an investigation after 44-year-old Vishal Gohel was discovered unresponsive inside his second-floor flat in Bushey High Street at around 10:45 p.m. on Sunday the 23rd of January 2022. His neighbour had noticed the door ajar and, concerned, he went in and made a horrifying discovery. Mr. Gohel was lying dead on the bedroom floor, gagged and beaten. The post-mortem showed the extent of his injuries. He had been beaten, there was brain damage and his voice box had been fractured, all consistent with being strangled. The flat had been wiped in an effort to clean the scene and his iPhone and iWatch had been stolen.
Vishal had arranged to meet a female for a sexual liaison on the night in question, but what he didn't realise was that this was a planned robbery involving females and three males who arrived at his flat via separate means. They used their own vehicle, and he was beaten and left for dead in the flat and not discovered until some 24 hours later. Some of the key evidence in the case were phone records, text messages and some voice notes which were uncovered off one of the females' handsets, which showed that clearly two of the females had been concocting a story about what they were going to say if they were ever caught and interviewed by the police. We arrested 6 people and that was over various counties, including Kent and the Metropolitan Police, and we worked very closely with those other forces in order to secure the arrests.
5 defendants denied murder. Browne, 23, Sakine Gordon, 22, Tevin Leslie, 23, Georgia Bruce Annan, 22, and Faith Hoppy, 22. Tevin Leslie and Georgia Bruce Annan admitted the manslaughter of Mr. Gohel and conspiracy to rob him. The other 3 defendants denied those charges.
No problem.
No problem.
So this was a complex investigation involving numerous hours of police work and some detailed investigations that were undertaken. Our thoughts remain with Mr. Gohel's family, who miss him every day in their lives.
Browne was jailed for 15 years for manslaughter, plus 8 years for conspiracy to rob, to run concurrently. Georgia Bruce Annan was jailed for life with a minimum term of 26 years. She was convicted of murder and had pleaded guilty to conspiracy to rob. Sakine Gordon was jailed for life with a minimum term of 25 years. He was convicted of murder and conspiracy to rob. Faith Hoppy was found not guilty of murder but convicted of manslaughter and conspiracy to rob. She was sentenced to 8 years for each to run concurrently. Tevin Leslie was jailed for life with a minimum term of 26 years. He was convicted of murder. He had admitted conspiracy to rob and was sentenced to 10 years, to run concurrently.